Brothers and sisters, rise for prayer. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful. All praise is due to Allah, the Lord of the worlds, the Beneficent, the Merciful. So, Master's Day of Judgment in which we now live, the alone do we serve, and the alone seek for thine help and aid. O Allah, guide us on the right path of those upon whom thou bestow thy favors, not on the path of those upon whom thy wrath is brought down, nor those who go astray if they heard thy teachings. Say he, Allah is one God. Allah is he of whom nothing is independent, but upon whom we all depend. He begetteth not, nor is he begotten, there is none like him. And I bear witness and none is heard to be served, worship, and praise beside Allah, who came in the person of Master Farah Muhammad. And I bear witness that the Honorable Elijah Muhammad is our true servant and last apostle. Ameen. We'd like to acknowledge the brothers and sisters that sent us the greetings of Assalamu Alaikum. We have the Rafiq family. We have Brother Muta Kabir from New Jersey. We have Brother Minister Isaac from New York. We have Minister Mutaquan from Philly. We have Brother Elijah Shabazz from Virginia. We have Brother Calvin Shabazz from Atlanta, Georgia. And we have Brother Yusuf Shabazz from Newport News, Virginia. Yes. I'd like to say in the name of Allah, who came in the person of Master Farah Muhammad, and in the name of his last and greatest messenger, the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, I'd like to greet the brothers and sisters with the Nation of Islam's greeting words of peace of Assalamu Alaikum. Today, brothers and sisters, we want to talk about our actual facts board. We want to talk about which one will survive the war of Armageddon. And we always like to make the comparison between the new school Islam and the no-nonsense Nation of Islam of the Messenger. We always want to make that comparison. We always want to make let our lost found brothers and sisters know that it's a difference. It's a difference between the Messenger's Nation of Islam and the new school Nation of Islam. Because when we see on our actual facts board, the Messenger is clearly making a distinction between Islam and Christianity. Clearly making a distinction. And he says which one will survive the war of Armageddon. Which one? Not the combination of the two, but which one will survive the war of Armageddon. Because all over the internet and on social media now, I guess the Muslims, they promoting this Muslims believe in Jesus too thing. I'm not feeling that Muslims believe in Jesus too. Nah. Because when you say that Muslims believe in Jesus too, you saying that you believe what the Christians believe in Jesus too. Because the Christians believe that Jesus died on the cross. That's what Christians believe. So if you believe in Jesus too, do you believe that too? The Christians pray to Jesus. So if Muslims believe in Jesus too, do you pray to Jesus too? Christians believe that Jesus is coming back again. So if Muslims believe in Jesus too, do you think he's coming back again too? Nah, the Messenger always made the distinction between the two, never trying to make it seem like both of them was the same. Never. He never tried, like, for an example, the Messenger had, this is a cartoon. This is the temple, and this is the church. The distinction. You see the brother and the sister going in drunk. The brother got his his wine bottle in his pocket. The sister smoking. He's smoking too. Then you see the church, where you got the brother and sister going in the same way. They going in smoking. They going in with cigarettes and everything. But when the Muslims come out of the temple, and the Christians come out of the temple, the Muslims are clean. The Christians come out of the temple the same way they went in. Come out of the church the same way they went into the church, smoking and drinking. So the Christians look at the Muslims like, what happened to you? He said, man, you certainly look sharp now. And the Christian sister says to the Muslim sister, and sister, what happened to you? No makeup? So the Muslims say, Muhammad washes you up in there. And then it said, a so-called Negro must clean up. All praise is due to Allah. So all of this straddle the fence stuff. Because the difference between how the messenger's approach was to Islam and Christianity when he was alive was that he took the militant approach. He didn't take the straddle the fence approach. He didn't take the sympathetic, we all. Nah, he never. When we have another example. When the messenger was in Philly, or this was in Chicago, I'm sorry, his subject was Islam versus Christianity. Every time you saw the messenger talk about Christianity, it was always showing you the difference. He never said anything when you listen to his lectures about Christianity. He never tried to make you think we the same. He never did that. When he talked about Christianity, he let you know, if you accept that, you headed for fire. You fuel for the fire. He said that you don't need to stay in the church, you need to come out of a church. That's what he used to say. He never tried to make you think, Muslims, we believe in Jesus too. Because the problem with that, because I used to be a Christian. And a lot of things that Muslims say, especially nowadays when you listen to these ministers, you think, oh, they feeling you, they talk the same talk. I had a brother one time on social media, we was talking, and he said that, our minister can go into the church and preach Jesus better than the pastor. That's a shame. When a Muslim go to a church, they supposed to know that's a Muslim. Ain't no you teaching Jesus better than the pastor. The preacher's supposed to teach Jesus better than you. How you teach Jesus better than the pastor? That's because you lying. When the messenger went into the church, he told you straight up, boy, no, he teaching Jesus better than the pastor. But when you listen to brothers now, it's like you straddling it. You know what I'm saying? But then when you come around the Muslims, you say, oh, I was just saying this for that. But these Christians believe that you on their side. Because they come out with all of these things on social media like, oh, he about to accept Christianity. You hear what he said? Because you teaching Jesus better than the pastor. But the messenger said, which one? Which one will survive? He didn't go in no church making them think that, oh, you stay in the church, you all right, a good Christian is a good Muslim. No, you taking what the messenger said out of context. He wasn't talking like that. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't trying to make you think if you be a good Christian, you getting in too. No. Which one will survive? He always referred to Christianity as slavery, suffering, and death. He never tried to make you think that it was the same. Never. When he talked about anything about Christianity, even we have another, this comes from the October 11th, 1963, Muhammad Speaks. The message says, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad has called upon Negro leaders and educators to set aside all religious or political differences and join hands and unite behind the best program to achieve black liberation. Muslims say that today too. They say we should set aside our differences and we all should come together. They're not saying it like the messenger said. He didn't say, because they saying it today like we need to set aside Islam too. You set aside Christianity, you set aside Pan-Africanism, you set aside the black nationalism, I'll set aside Islam too. And we all need to come together and see what of each thing we can bring together, No, that ain't what the messenger was saying. He said, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad has called upon Negro leaders and educators to set aside all religious or political differences and join hands and unite behind the best program to achieve black liberation. You need to set aside Christianity and come to Islam. That's what he was saying. All praise due to Allah. He wasn't saying we ain't setting aside Islam for your Christianity, for your Pan-Africanism, for your black nationalism. No, we ain't setting aside Islam for nothing. We telling you that Islam better than that. So you need to set aside your religious differences and come join on with us. That's what the messenger was saying. He wasn't saying like we all need to come together and I'm gonna set aside Islam and you set aside Christianity. No. But that's the approach today. Let's set aside our differences and let's just come together. The idea is not Islam versus Christianity. The idea is let's all just come together. You're not giving the people the understanding of what the messenger said because that wasn't his approach. He was always militant. That's why in the Jet magazine they could say the no-nonsense Nation of Islam. They could say the black separatists. Separatists. That means separation. They ain't called the Nation of Islam no separatist group. Nah. What's separatist about Nation of Islam today? What's separatist? Tell me, can we look at the life of Muslims and see it's separate? It's a difference? No, it ain't no separatist. The opinions of Muslims' ideas ain't even different. They said that I saw online, they talking about now Saudi Arabia gonna show the Black Panther movie. You know, the Muslims love that now. Oh, they haven't showed movies in 35 years. So what? So what? What the messenger say? When he went over there, he said, you didn't give me my mission. They was talking about the messenger and what he was talking about. He didn't say, oh, well, you know, Saudi Arabia. I don't care what they do. So what? If the messenger said that tribal Africa is savage, they can show it at the Mecca when they doing the Hajj. What difference it makes to a Muslim that believe in the messenger? Don't care nothing about what they show. All praise to Allah. So what? Because when you look at the new leader of Saudi Arabia, he talking about sisters ain't got to wear their headpiece no more. That's what he said. He interpreted Islam talking about, you know, that was the old Saudi Arabia. You know, they was too strict. They you know, that ain't the Islam of, you know, the real Islam, because Islam is more moderate than that. You know, we ain't that strict, because the old school Saudi Arabia, a sister could get arrested for not covering up. He's saying we not doing that no more. We more moderate today. We showing movies. They going to sporting events. We more moderate now. This leader is the Wallace D. Muhammad of Saudi Arabia. That's what he is. All praise due to Allah. But the messengers say Islam versus Christianity. And you can tell the difference in Muslims' practices when they start trying to blend Islam with Christianity, because you can't mix the two. Islam is not a friend of Christianity. Islam is versus Christianity. That's how it is with Islam and Christianity. It's not the same. Ain't nothing about what Christians do the same as what we do. Our beliefs is different. Our way of life is different. Everything is different. But in today's Islam, even over in the East, because the messenger said they got to be taught. We don't care nothing about what they doing in Saudi Arabia. They can show the Black Panther movie. The Black Panther movie still savage. So what? They can show what they want to do. They can give out free DVDs to all the people who coming in to Saudi Arabia. Who cares? We believe in the messenger. The messenger said that we have to be strong enough to withstand people coming and talking against our teachings. All praise to Allah. We ain't here to sympathize with nobody, Muslims or not. You know what I'm saying? It's about the messenger. It was about him then, it's about him now. You know what I'm saying? We do what he say do. We don't care what you do. Flat out. Muslims don't talk like that no more. That's why I am a strong advocate for the Muhammad Speaks newspaper. I think we should pattern our Islam today after the Islam they had back in the day. All praise due to Allah. I'm not with all of this divided line stuff. We should tell them Sunnis, we don't do Ramadan like you do Ramadan. I'm not praying with no Sunni. What's wrong with saying that? I'm going to follow the messenger. I can't say that. I'm supposed to be all like, yeah, well, we going to do Jummah. I'm not doing Jummah. I don't care what you can find in the Quran talking about Jummah. So what? I don't do Jummah. I'm not fasting with them. I don't care what you find in the Holy Quran. They're talking about fasting. What the messenger say? Flat out. Why I can't say that? I don't care. What the message of the black man say? Why we can't say that no more? We got to be well, the Holy Quran, that's good. That's good. The messenger say all of that ain't for us. Ain't that what he said? So why we got to do Jummah? I'm not doing Jummah. I'm with the messenger. All praise due to Allah. So, brothers and sisters, we don't want to prolong the time. So I leave you as I came in the nation of Islam's reading words of peace. Assalamu alaikum.
Excuse me. Assalamu alaikum. Come on a little early on me that time. I'd like to say, in the name of Allah, who came in the person of Master Farad Muhammad, the true and living God, we forever thank him for written upon our midst a divine leader, teacher, and guide in the person of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. May the peace and blessings of Almighty God, Allah, forever be upon him. Truly grateful on his coming, and to seek and to save that which was lost. And he found one from among you and I to teach and guide us. That's none other than the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. It's indeed an honor and a privilege to be a witness bearer in this day and time, bearing witness that there's no God but Allah, who came in the person of Master Farad Muhammad, and the most honorable Elijah Muhammad was his last and greatest messenger. We know for a surety that the most honorable Elijah Muhammad is no longer with you and I in the physical form, but that what was given to him from Almighty God Allah, who came in the person of Master Farad Muhammad, lived with you and I, the believers. And we should be very thankful and grateful for given this opportunity to let our light shine and be witness bearers like we are, to bear witness to the truth and to get behind the truth and push the truth, what the most honorable Elijah Muhammad had taught us. You know, it's I like to say this: we have to be we have to be very careful, brothers and sisters, on what we say concerning our messenger, the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, and what he taught, and the things we can't assume that he said a thing because it's put in action. It may seem good, but we still have to be careful and make sure that the messenger said it. Because if you don't do that, you have misinstructions and it causes problems. And we don't want to get caught up in that. So a thing could be good. It can be cross the line, good. But did the messenger say it? You know, so we have to be real careful about these things and don't take it lightly. Because Islam, we're given it's a privilege. It's a privilege. Islam is a privilege. Any believer can do what you're doing. You're not so indispensable. They come and they go. Yeah, I mean, that's how it is. Islam is independent. Allah's independent. See? He created you and I. We didn't create him. He knows what we know. We don't know what he knows. Allah in person, Master Farad Muhammad, true and living God. He's not a spook, brothers and sisters. He's not a spook. He's real. He knows what's in our hearts. This God knows what's in our minds. He knows our very thought on what we're thinking right now. He's got the power of all of it. He can beat you and I in submission. But no, he's not going to do that because he'll be justified to punish you and leave it up to you and me to do what we should be doing or what we shouldn't be doing. Or he can break us down and make us do it. But no, the message says he'd be justified to execute judgment when he leave it up to you and me to do it, to decide. Because we all have to make a choice today. Which one we're going to serve? Which God are we going to serve? The God of righteousness or the God of wickedness? We can't serve both. We can't straddle the fence. You're either going to accept it or reject it. It's just that simple. Every evil deed that we do, there's a consequence for it. When we break little laws, when we get guilty of breaking the little laws, it leads to big laws. It causes you and I to start disrespecting the law. The messenger said the restricted law is our success. And it's going to be that way. Praise you, Lord. It's going to be that way. I might not be here. You might not be here. But it's going to be that way. The restricted law. The law is good. What did David say? Oh, how I love that law. Get him, Allah. Punish him. What David said. He did it. See? They had hypocrites and disbelievers in the days of Noah. It ain't changed. Same thing thousands of years ago. Same thing. A hypocrite is no different than what they was back in his day and time, back in Jesus' day and time. So we blessed to be followers of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, the last and greatest messenger. Prophets of old just wish that they could just touch his garment, just to look at him. He was in our midst. This man was raised up in our midst. A divine messenger of God who came in the person of Master Farad Muhammad. These are the days of the resurrection of the mentally dead so-called American Negro. This is who we should be after. The dead. That's what the message was after. The dead. He got us, didn't he? Praise be to Allah. We made the right choice. We heard his voice. And we accepted his teachings. And he accepted the law that he has given you and I. A lot of times, brothers and sisters, it may not feel good. It may not look like it's right. But yeah, it's good. You think about it. Just think about it. Praise be to Allah. Just think about it. The Son of Man is here. Master Farad Muhammad, to whom praise is due forever. We have a Savior that is born today. The message says he's well able to deliver us. He's well able to clothe us. He's well able to feed us. He's well able to protect us. This God, in the person of Master Farad Muhammad, you are nothing without him. We are nothing without him. See? Because our foot don't go down in the earth, the message say. We have to submit. And if we don't submit to his law, his rules and regulations, it builds up into you and it kills you. And then when it kills you, you begin to die, and then it comes out in your color, in your facial expression, in your way of your being. It comes out in you. Why? Because Allah makes them see you and me. Our very face expressions that say something's wrong. You're eating, looking like you're eating sour pickles. Mad all the time. For what? Angry all the time. Why? It shows in your face. It shows in my face. Then it shows in our work, our demeanor, all this. It shows in our mannerism. He makes us manifest for others to see. When you look at him, you say, oh, look at their faces just as shining. They're looking like stars. Here you like looking eating sour pickles. Assalamu alaikum. Wa alaikum salam. You can't help yourself. That's how it is. It's in us. It eats you alive. I don't like to feel that way. I thank Almighty God Allah, who came to person of Master Farad Muhammad. But I don't feel that way. I don't feel that way. I'm not trying to be funny or bragging. I don't feel that way. I don't ever want to feel that way. I thank you, Master Farad Muhammad. I thank you. Because that's hell. That's completely hell. Like rusted locks. Islam means peace. That's what it means, peace. But in order for you to get peace, you have to give peace. That's how you get. You pick up what you put out. These are the kind of things. I'm not perfect. You ain't either. Care about you? You perfect? I'm not perfect. I'm trying to be upright. And I don't be upright all the time. But I try and make amends. I take it to Allah. Ask Allah to help me in this thing I'm in. I know you got the power of it. You see all of it. You even see my heart. You know my heart. I'm trying to do what is right to please you. And as long as we please Allah, that's well pleasing. That's how that goes. But we have to be sincerely and right in our hearts. We can't have no malice in our hearts because it won't get through, the messenger said. He won't let you be successful. If I think ill of my brother, I think ill of my sister, something wrong with you.
It needs to be clean inside. And if you don't submit to it, and if we don't submit to it, you're going to be like that forever. You get to the point where you what? You for the fire. You're like a log sitting in the corner. Just pick you up and throw you in the fireplace and let you burn up. Because that's what you're doing. You're burning yourself up. You're like a shooting star. You know when a shooting star get out of orbit, you catch the fire. When you get out of orbit, you stop obeying the teachers what the messenger taught, knowing what he taught. Right. Then you jump out of orbit. You're out of orbit then. It's just a matter of time you're going to burn up. But through his mercy, the God that he is, he blesses us and strengthens us, and he's merciful to you and I. Because we've been in the hands of an enemy, the white man, that made us other than our own self, that made us to hate each other and love them. We don't understand. We have to submit to Almighty God, our laws, rules, and regulations. The master said, if you don't, you won't be successful. He won't let you be successful. He won't let me be successful. Things go through your hand real quick. You start having problems. You can't never hold on to nothing. He take it from you. That's right. You're up one day, you're down the next. You're a believer today and a hypocrite tomorrow. There's a thin line between love and hate. I can love you to death today. You can hate my guts tomorrow. That's how it goes. That's how it is. But you know what? You allow yourself to do that. You allow yourself to hate your brother. You allow yourself to hate your sister. Because things don't go your way, or things don't go my way, or things don't go the way you think it should go, or the way I think it should go. See? We set ourselves up for destruction within ourselves. We become rusty locks. In other words, the truth can't get to you. Turn it. See? We put ourselves in these bad positions. But see, there's good in all of it. Things come out that you never thought would come out. See? I'll always take a thing, a bad thing, and make a good thing out of it. It's hope. Now, that's how he do. That's how he do. He started making things manifest from nothing. He created himself out of triple darkness, nothing. Then the arm came, the eyes came, the leg, but he created himself, the brain. And we live our laws. The black man, the God, the maker, the owner, cream of the planet Earth, God of the universe. That's the black man. He's nothing to play with when he on his job, when he on his post. We can do whatever we want to do if we submit to the one above you and I. And that's the only way we're going to get it done. You don't submit to me. Won't you submitting to me? Submit to Allah and the message like I'm trying to submit to. That's what that is. Oh, I'm doing this for you, brother. No, you ain't doing it for me. You're doing it for yourself. No, you helping yourself. You ain't helping me. Whatever you do something for Islam, you ain't helping me. Whether you give a nickel or a dime, you ain't helping me. You helping the cause. You helping the cause. You helping the cause. That's all it is. I'm not no better than you. I have to give mine and get on and say my 5 prayers like everybody else. And I thank Almighty God, Allah, to bless me to say my prayers. Because the remembrance of Allah is the greatest for us. We something else. When we take our rightful place, Queen Mother, the black woman, the civilization. Queen Mother. Where do you get that title from? Where do you get the MGT class from? You got it from the God. He set it up. Master Farad Muhammad set the MGT class up. Because he know how you're supposed to be. But ask ourselves, are we that way? Ask ourselves, brother, are we that way? There you go. We got a ways to go. So what you got worried about this over there for? We went out yesterday. Those who was able to go out. We made made pride, you know, we made some stride that Allah blessed us. Just the point, the fact that we came together and went out, that alone gonna work. And when we finish, didn't you feel good? Didn't you feel good just a little bit? Didn't you have that good gratification? 'Cause I know I did. I know you felt the same way I felt. I know you did. We sold a few papers, but we did it work. We did what the messengers say do, go door to door. It's a gradual process. It's a slow process. But we getting there. They see us. Allah sees us. That's the important thing. Up, you mighty nation, you can accomplish that. You will. That's right. We got a God on our side. We're not going to be everything going to be all right all the time. He ain't going to get up sometime. The day ain't going to seem like it's going all bad sometime. It happen like that sometimes. But you always, the message that taught us, you can get the good out of the bad. A lot of things comes out. You'd be surprised. We got something in ourselves that we don't even really understand. We don't even know we had in us. It's so bad. I mean evil. We can do evil. We're hard-hearted, stiff-necked, rebellious. We had to have a messenger. God had to come 9,000 miles to seek and to save that which was lost. He found only one. And the messenger wasn't known as one. It was many of them he went before. He went to the messenger. Too proud. When he chose the messenger, what did he say? Hey, you. Who, me? Yeah, you. Come up here. You, Karim, come on up here. Put his arm around him. Little bold man. Now he said, okay, y'all choose. Now I'm going to choose one. I let y'all choose. They got the wise of them. They thought they could. Everybody, the one who they thought, the good-looking one, the one could speak eloquently, got all that, you know, and got the lamb sitting right over there. They bypassed him because he was so humble. He was so meek, so loving. But the God saw him. Come here. This is mine now. Y'all had a chance? Now this is mine right here now. I'm choosing him. He didn't let him down, did he? For 44 years, he stayed on his post. He didn't squawk. He took it. He ran for 4 years. All up and down, 7 years, all up and down the East Coast. Niggas want to kill. Yeah, niggas wanted to kill him because he was teaching the messengers, Allah's message. Hated him. Had a temple from 715. Hypocrites and disbelievers got it down to 407. And got it down from 407 to 7. Start teaching in the Muslim homes. Now what do you think? A lot of them left, didn't they? But what happened? He kept working. He kept striving. He kept believing in Master Farad Muhammad. So what happened? Hundreds and thousands came. Why? Because he didn't give up. He believed in Allah. It's the same way with you and I. If we don't have nobody in here, the messenger said, if you don't have not one, get on for them yourself. You get out there yourself. That's what he said. That's what he said. And if they all walk out the door, you take an offering, you keep striving, keep working. Allah's with you. That's right. We've seen the history. Look at Jonah, the messenger. Jonah ran away. But what happened? So you can't do that, Jonah. You can't do that. You gotta stick with it, Jonah. He did, didn't he? He got more people, 200,000, than what's predicted of you and I, 144,000. He had more then. But it's the messenger talking about here now. There wasn't no big whale. The America is the whale. This is the world that we're in. See? But we have to understand as believers, We have to trust in Allah. Because he knows whether we believe it or not. He knows if we trust him or not. He knows what's in our hearts, what's in our minds. He took the spike out of our arms. He took our sister off the corner. Made mothers and daughters and God like they should. He cleaned them up and made them decent and respectful. This is the hand of Allah. So we don't have to worry about nothing. We don't have to worry about nothing because we're all trying to be upright. Every one of us trying to be upright. That's how that goes. We're trying to be upright. We know what it's all about: smoking, gambling, drinking, fornicating, committing adultery, lying, stealing, cheating, backbiting. All these things. What we have to deal with. This is the fall of America. The messenger said, the fall of one nation makes room for another. America's falling. This is a new government that's coming into place now. The foundation is laid. A new people. The message say that Allah gonna have a people that's gonna come in here, brothers and sisters. It's in our Savior has arrived. I think that's the one that's in. Well, he said that Allah, when these brothers and sisters coming in here today, they gonna love Allah. Allah gonna put it in their hearts to love it. We love Allah. They coming. They coming. They ain't got nowhere to go. And all of us whose heart's not right, we won't be around. Including me and anybody else. Your heart gonna have to be right. Because we're examples. There's people turn hundreds and thousands of people away from the messenger. Today, acting foolishly. The brothers and sisters coming here today, they see what's happening. Don't you know they see where it's love, if it's true love and brotherhood and sisters, don't you know they see that? Don't you know they understand that? Don't you know you can't fool them? They're out in the mess. They come in here because why? They want to get out of that which they're already in. They're sick and tired of it, what they in out there. So they come in here to find peace. Brotherly love, sisterly love. Why? Because they're not getting out there. So when they come in here and they see it, don't you think 1 minute they don't see it? If you're out of order, they don't see it. Why do your messenger say when you stand at the door, smile? Why you think he's saying that? Make them say, come on in, brother. Come on in, sister. Smile on your smiling face. Why you think he said that? Because they used to misused and abused, played on, making a fool out of them. But they come in here, they're expecting a change. And they see all this, what's going on, if any. They can tell it. They pick it up. They're like a dog when they sniff, they pick up the trail. Can't fool them. They know what you should be doing. They may not be doing it, but they know what you should be doing. Oh, Muslims don't smoke, man. I thought Muslims don't smoke. Here, you got a cigarette long as this mic in your mouth, but you telling me, hey, I heard third Muslims don't smoke. They know. Hey, man, I heard you ought to get me a little beer. Sneak around here, get me a beer. Give me one of these joints, reef and smoke it. Nobody see me. Allah see you. Worry about me seeing you. I ain't trying to see you. I'm trying to take care of me. Keep it out of my hand. Say my prayers. Because that's what helps us, prayer, brothers and sisters. And when we're not saying our prayers, things happen to you. Keep up prayer. Lieutenant Fleming said, pray, brother. Brother Lieutenant Fleming, you're not here. But he was soldier when he was. Good man. As far as I know. As far as I saw him his brotherhood. How he did it. when he was around, I can vouch for that. For what I saw. And what I saw of him. And how he presented himself to me and all other brothers that I saw him do. I saw that. Thank Allah. If you don't have brothers and sisters like that, where would you be at? Want to have this knowledge that you got them now, they're holding on to it, won't even share it. We have to dig for it. Don't even want to give it to you. But we got to make ourselves fit in the eyesight of Allah, because they coming in here. They coming in here and they ain't going to be playing. They tired of it out there. They want love, freedom, justice, and equality. That's what they want, and they coming. America's falling. I wish I had that book. I wish I had that book. I get that book for me. If someone wants to say, get that book for me, please. Oh, man. Thank you, brother. Have something I want to. The job that we have. The job that we have to do. Thank you, sir. This is what the messages say here. In the fall of America. Yeah. Dawn of a new day. A new day. That means all Islam is going out. This is a new day for you and I. He said, this is what we have to do. But the so-called Negro must be stripped completely of the white man's way of life. That's you and I too. We can't hold on to his way of life. It got to be stripped. His name and Christianity. Like the brother minister was, Christianity. The world of scholars and scientists that know that Christianity will not survive. They know Islam is the only religion that will survive the destruction of this wicked civilization. That's just a few things. That's just going to show you and I what's out there. It's a wicked civilization of the white man. And we can easily get caught up. But the Honorable Elijah Muhammad had showed us ways to keep from being entrapped. But in order for you and I just not to be entrapped, we have to submit to what the messenger has taught us. He gave us a guide. He was a guide. Like Master Farad Muhammad, he was a guide. He came to guide others. He's self-guided. We're not self-guided. So we needed what? A messenger, a guide, someone to instruct us and show us the way. By him showing us the way, this would keep you and I out of the wicked civilization. But we have to submit to it. First thing he said, prayer. That's one of the ways. Obedience. Submission. That's another way. You can't say prayer and then don't submit. No. Don't work like that. I say my prayer, yeah, but you don't submit. Ain't no good. No. No, you got to submit. That comes with it. That's the first stage. We learn how to submit when we do ablution. When we begin to do ablution, we in submission. We have to do that in order for Allah to accept our prayer. Unless you're going to take a whole bath. You're going to bathe 5 times a day. See? These kind of things. See, it's a whole lot that we should be focusing on. To save ourselves, you have to save yourself. Every tub sits on its own bottom. I can't save you. You can't save me. I got to save Levi. I can do all I can to help you, but I got to help me first. Self-preservation is the first law of nature. You got to help yourself first. The messenger said, help yourself before you can help me. How can you help me and you can't help yourself? He said, don't give me all that you got. Give me some of what you got if you can get, but if you got it. But help yourself, and then Allah will bless you if your heart is right with the desire to give, will bless you to give something. But help yourself first. That don't mean selfishness now. We can be selfish. Say, I'm helping self. We're not talking like that. See, the black man is God. Yeah, black man is God. He's going to take his rightful place one day. One day. Praise be to Allah. Soon. He's going to be no more rigmarole. No more of that. Law. Stricter law. Law time. That's where it's going to be. The message said the law is not to hurt you and I. It's to protect us. It protects us from the hypocrite. From the disbelievers. From the fault finders and backbiters. The law protects you and I. See, that's what the law is for. They won't stay around with the law. The law is too hard for them. It's too good for them. I never what Captain Muhammad told me once. He said, let me tell you something, Brother Lieutenant. We'll all stand around. He said, he talked to all lieutenants. He said, let me tell y'all something, Brother Lieutenants. So when somebody asks you, you say something with the messenger. He said, somebody asks you, say, no, they ain't mad at you. You didn't say it. You saying what he said. They mad at him. That's what he told me. That's what he told all of us sitting in there. And I'll never forget it. He said, they ain't mad at you, brother. They mad at him. He the one said it. Huh? What did the messenger say? What did the messenger say? You don't say what I say? You mad at me? You ain't mad at me. I didn't say it. You mad at Allah. That's where I got it from. Allah, so you mad at the God then. Got to be careful. Be careful, because we play with fire, and you burn yourself right up. It's not a game. See? The messenger was right in all that he said. The Holy Quran said, we hear and obey. We don't question the messenger. He said you can, if you like to, but what he said is 100% right. No need to question him. Not unless you got an agenda that you think it should go. When it come down from that, the Holy Quran said we hear and we obey. We don't question the Lamb. We didn't question the devil. When the devil said we was Christians, we didn't question him. It's the same thing. Hear and obey. Yes, sir. That's right. Okay, what I think or what I thought. The messenger said it. That's the final end of it. What I look like. Well, I think. What you think? Care what you think or what you thought or what you think it should be. What the messenger said. That's the end of it. We got history. We can go back and say what he said. We can pull it up. If the hypocrites say this, we pull it up. Show me where he said it. You show me where he said it then. I'll show you where he said this. Now you show me where he said that. What you think. See? That's the bottom line. See? That's how it go. We have to understand that. And if the hat fit, you got to wear it. That's how it go. Islam is like a two-headed sword. You don't know nothing but right. That's all it knows. I don't care who you are. You can be prophets. Did he say that star get prophets? If they not in accord, that star will get them. Didn't Allah say if the messenger is not in sin, he will chastise messengers? Who do you think you is? Who do you think you is? He chastised messengers. Here you is. Just come out of the wood, the mud. Here I am, question what the messenger say. You need to sit down somewhere and get some understanding. That's how it is. That's how it is. While we in the question today, they always want to question the messenger. The messenger was dead. He was blind, deaf, and dumb. like we were. That ought to tell you and I that it was a God that taught him. You should have no doubt that he was a messenger of God, that Allah taught him. He was blind like you were. He suffered the same suffering like we suffered. He didn't have nothing until the coming of Allah. He was a Christian, a spook believer, a hog eater like you and I were. But God taught him. So you can't take his word for it. He brought you out of the mud, raised you up, put a suit on you, and you want to accept what he said? Something wrong with you. You don't believe it. You don't believe it. It's not a game. Allah is real. He's present here today. He's present. Whenever there's truth, it's talk. He's present. I feel him. Baby, to Allah. I feel him. I'm not lying. Feel the power of Allah. When you're trying to do what's right, that's how I go. I'm not always right. Try to be. We do trying to be upright. See? It's lit on some of our faces. Tells you. You don't have to say nothing, your face said. Your face said everything. You don't have to say not one word. Just look in your face. That tells it all. That tells it all. That's how Islam, you play with it, it'll burn you up. When you sincere, you're pleasant. You have a brightness and a pleasant about yourself. When Allah is with you and you shine, your face is not tore all up. Then he say he uses blood, our bloodline, to bring out what's in us. How you gonna know what's in you if you don't see it in your face? Didn't they say some faces in the Holy Quran gonna be dark? What do you think? What do you think they're talking about? You and I. I understand it. What we're thinking about. And if it's wrong, your complexion becomes dark. You can't hide it. You can't shuck it. It's there. Where is it? Self-accusing spirit. The self-accusing spirit has got you and me. That's going to be the judge of you, the messenger say. The self-accusing spirit that accuses self. Nobody accuses you but your own self. From your what? Your own wicked doing. Your own wicked thinking. Your own lustful desire thinking. Our own will be the judge of you and I. Every burden won't bear the burden of another. You got to bear your own burden. And if your face tore up, if you feel bad, say your prayers. Allah knows he's merciful. He's merciful because it shows. Can't fool it, it shows. It shows. I don't feel that way. I sure don't feel that way. And I thank Allah who came to the person of Master Muhammad. I'm not trying to be jazzy and all that. I'm just being for real. I thank him. But getting that hell off me. Yeah, getting that hell off me. Because I know it's hell. I've been there. I've been there. And you're going to stay there until you submit. Praise be to Allah. You're going to stay just like you are until you submit wholeheartedly to confess to Almighty God Allah. Not to me, not to your brother, not to your sister, to Master Farad Muhammad. You're going to have that same tore face, that same burnt up brain. That's what you're going to have. You got to submit to the God. Not me, to your brother tell me. No. Master Farad Muhammad. He the one going to take it off you. You put it on yourself, but he going to take it off you if you ask him to. But no, we get so proud. Hung up on this pride. It's their fault, or his fault, or my fault, or her fault. I'm doing this because I want to do this. I'm doing this because I'm going to do this anyway. Okay, keep doing it. See where you land. See where you land. The messenger said Allah is powerful. The most powerful God that ever was. He knows what is, what was, and what is ever going to be. He knows what we think with our little pea brain. He knows the evil thoughts. He knows we can be evil. We can be evil, brothers and sisters. We can say and do some evil things. And sometimes we don't even know why. We don't know we had in us. This is the days of manifestation of defects. The resurrection. All what's in us is coming out. Whether it's good or bad, it's coming out of you and I. And we don't have no control over it. Come out you bad, and you bad, you know it. I don't have to say that. You know it. You know it. This is what I'm saying. You know it. You know whether you're wrong. I know whether I'm wrong. I know if I'm doing wrong. I know if I'm being rebellious. I know if I'm being hard-hearted, stiff-necked. I know it. Ain't no you ain't you. I ain't got to figure that out. You know it. You know where your shortcoming. You know what you're doing. You know why you're doing it. See, that's what Islam is true. See, Islam, you can't play with it. You can't hide. Islam is real. It makes us manifest. See, that's what Islam does. See, and as long as we keep Allah and His messenger out front, we're going to be successful. I thank Almighty God, Allah, who came in the person of Master Farad Muhammad, true and living God, for being a follower who have allowed me and blessing me and all that I've undertook, all that I've done. He still was merciful. And I thank Him wholeheartedly for His mercy, for giving me a chance to redeem myself, to be a devout follower of His message, teaching Honorable Elijah Muhammad. I thank Him. I thank you, Almighty God, Allah, for blessing me. And I thank you for coming. May Allah bless you and keep you. Assalamu alaikum. Praise be to Allah. Here you go.
Brother, sister, we rise for prayer. In the name of Allah, the beneficent, the merciful, all praise is due to Allah, the Lord of the worlds, the beneficent, the merciful. So, Master's Day of Judgment in which we now live, the alone do we serve, and the alone beseech for thine help and aid. O Allah, guide us on the right path, path of those upon whom thou bestow thy favors, not on the path of those upon whom thy wrath is brought down, nor those who go astray after they heard thy teachings. Say he Allah is one God. Allah is he of whom nothing is independent, but upon whom we all depend. He begetteth not, nor is he begotten, there is none like him. And I bear witness that none is to be served, worship, to praise beside Allah, who came in the person of Master Farad Muhammad. And I bear witness that the Honorable Elijah Muhammad is our true servant and last apostle. Ameen. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad taught us not to do anything to anyone that we wouldn't have done it to ourselves, and treat everybody right, even the devil. Assalamu alaikum.